Recently, I've been going out with my friends a lot more often after my exams are done. And yesterday, some of my friends, we went to get food first of all at an all-you-can-eat sushi place, and we went kind of ham there. We got 370 something items. The waiters literally had to cut us off because we were eating so much. And that was probably for the best because we were actually suffering with how much we ordered. We were all really stuffed. We couldn't eat it anymore. I threw up there simply because I ate too much and I felt sick. But it was funny to laugh at because of the sheer amount of food that was there, and we were all just kind of suffering together. It was funny regardless. But we went to the beach after and we had some fun there. Firstly, got in the water. It was freezing cold, pretty bad, but it was still fun. Then we got some of our friends to go up and cold approach some of the girls. It was funny to watch, but we also got to play some beach volleyball there. I suck booty, I'm not gonna lie. I can't play volleyball for my life, but it was still fun, laughing at myself for being a complete idiot and looking like an idiot, but it was still fun because I was there with friends. But today, I also went out with a couple of friends after my final exam, having gone to play a little bit of basketball, but one guy I was playing ones with, he had a pretty nasty shot on me. I got pretty mad at that, so I threw the ball at his shoulder and I kind of crashed out there. I apologized to him though. But recently, I just feel a lot more, a wider range of emotion and a wider range of intensity for my emotions. And to me, this is what I find really helps me learn and really helps me understand myself a little better. Because emotions and these feelings that we get at the end of the day is information. Information made known to us immediately. It's how we, when we were like cavemen and stuff, understood what was wrong, what was good, and what we needed to do. If you were happy and you ate something good, you would associate those two things and understand that food equals good. Or, if you feel intense fear when a freaking T-Rex comes running at you, that means T-Rex kind of bad. And so this might not apply to a lot of you, but this is more so a video for myself to tell myself that emotion isn't a bad thing. Going out there and feeling things and having fun, experiencing stuff is not a bad thing. I know this deep down, but I need a reminder. And so this is just my way of speaking to myself and reminding myself of what I really need at times. The anger, the joy, the fear of running that half marathon in 2 days tells me a couple of things. When I have this happiness, it tells me what I find truly enjoyable with my time and who I want to spend my time with. When I see that anger, it's more so a warning for me that I shouldn't feel this way at times. It's my mind and ego getting ahead of me. And it gives me room and purpose and a direction to move forward in, something to improve upon. But fear is also one of those areas where not all good things will come easy, especially endurance to run a half marathon. You're obviously going to be scared of that, especially in like 30-degree weather. Regardless, it's an opportunity for you to take on that challenge and to be better, to improve on yourself, and to improve that self-control over these emotions. And this is why I read a book on emotional intelligence. I wanted to be more aware of how I felt, why I felt, and the implications of these emotions. And I've come to understand that emotions aren't a bad thing. I think a lot of us know that at this point, but before, I really did see them as a bad thing. I wanted to be like, sounds so corny, but like, I wanted to be a Sigma that cared about nothing else and was just ice cold, stone-faced, and was only focused on work, right? I've learned that that's not really the way to go about these things. To live is to feel, and to feel is to live. Life is all about experiencing all these emotions, learning from them, living by them, and going off of them. However, emotions should not dictate the way you act. You should act for personal reasons that are thought well, especially for the big decisions. But for day-to-day life, I find that's when it's perfectly fine to let your emotions kind of carry you away. Your brain can only handle so much. It can't handle tens of thousands of decisions that are on the scale of buying a house. So let your emotions dictate you sometimes. Let it take control of you sometimes. Enjoy the moment, enjoy the present feeling. Because I know that the time that I spend with friends right now isn't gonna be here forever once I get into university. I'm not gonna see them as much anymore. And so make the most out of the things that you have right now. How much you can feel, how much you can remember, the memories you make. Make the most out of all of that. Because remember, I said this before, to live is to feel, and to feel is to live. But yeah, that's about it from me here today. I wanted to try out uploading like 2 long videos a week, and this is kind of just the side video where I'm not gonna spend all that effort on. And I kind of just came up with this idea on the spot because I wanted to record something today and feel productive at the very least. But I hope you found something interesting or helpful from this video. But that's about it for me, so I appreciate you for sticking to the end here and watching all the way through. So just stay consistent, stay disciplined, and keep on building that relationship with God. And don't forget, to live is to feel is to live. Mwah.